Welcome to Oxygen 101. In this specific tutorial, I will walk you through our workflows. So if we head over to the workflows section here, what you can see is a list of your workflows if you have already created one. The great thing about Oxygen is that you can just ask Cloud or Codex to configure your workflows. Just for your information, in order to have them working with tools, you first need to connect your tools to Oxygen that it can actually find them so that it can create workflows with them. So you can find the tools under connections where you can easily just connect your CRM, your outbound sequencer, or your data providers. We have quite a lot of few tools in the stack. So if you head over to workflows, here is the brief explanation of what they do and how they are being set up. So if you hop into the first one, what you can see is here this workflow, and don't be overwhelmed if you don't understand it. It's not that bad because Cloud can configure it anyway. So if I click into one of these steps, as you can see here, this is all just code. And we can also have integration workflows. So in this case, we're using Prospeo to enrich a lead. So overall, what you're seeing here is a workflow that enriches a new sign up with data from Prospeo. And if the email exists, it adds it to instantly. So if you click here on instantly, you can see here that this workflow is configured. So this is like the UI layer, which you see as a user, but the agent essentially just configures this as code, which you can see here. And if you want to change something, just ask Cloud to do so. And what you can see here are all the runs that this workflow has been done. And once this is loaded, you can see which route this run took. And you can also find more information here. But the great thing again is that also Cloud has access to these logs. So if something goes wrong and there's an error, what you can do is you can just copy this button here and it will copy the workflow, and then you can prompt Cloud to tell it, fix this bug in the recent run as an example. So this was an example of a workflow where it got triggered by a webhook, but we also have different types of triggers. Here we have a cron job. What cron means is that this runs on a specific schedule. So this runs essentially daily, so to say. And what it does here is it's extracting LinkedIn post engagers. So it's going through LinkedIn posts and then extracting these exactly, and then creating them into a table. That's essentially what this workflow does. And as you can see here, the first one failed. And the great thing is Cloud was able to find the error and find the area where it failed, and in that sense debugged it and updated it. So this is everything you gotta know about workflows. The great thing again is once you have a question, you can just ask Cloud. The only thing that needs to be done is that you have installed Oxygen MCP or CLI and have connected your tools, and from there on it's just prompting the agent and asking what kind of outcome you want to have with your go-to-market motion, so to say.